Women can have their own money and assets and still desire a partner who provides. A provider is more of a mentality, has nothing to do with tax bracket or income, but everything to do with his character. He provides because he wants to. He's not entitled to. His position fills him with pride and gives him a sense of duty. And there's nothing sexier than a man with a provider mentality. I'm a hustler, and he is too, but he doesn't want me to stress out anymore. He wants me to relax in my feminine energy.
Yeah, I mean, so guys, basically, just hand over your wallet, right? But at the same time as you're doing that, you should be prideful. You should be happy. You should be so grateful to be able to give her money and supply her with gifts. And make no mistake, gentlemen, it absolutely is about your tax bracket, right? Providing is providing. But what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again with another response video, and today we're unpacking that particular TikTok together. We're going to have a look at its implications and how it actually works in dating, right? Because I feel like a lot of men go into dating with just this completely wrong roadmap that they've been sold since they were little boys, to be honest with you. But before we crack into it, guys, if you're new here, you're liking the videos, make sure you subscribe on your way in. Come and join the Discord, link in the description if you haven't already. And as always, if you'd like to support the channel, guys, make sure you check out the Patreon link in the description. There's exclusive videos and bits and pieces, so if you're looking to get more out of the channel, be sure to check out that link in the description. But guys, I mean, it is... it's honestly gotten to the point where it's comedic, right? We're going to pull up this article and we're going to have a bit of a look at this, and we're going to rewatch the TikTok together in a moment and go over it. So this article, guys, is from the a place called themindsjournal.com, and the article is Reasons to Not Settle for Less. Choosing the wrong partner. 7 reasons we settle for less than we deserve. Because you know what, gentlemen? Your partner is something you deserve. Of course, like, you just have to exist, and you're deserving of a partner who not only just who just pays for your bills, I guess. If you guys watched the last video, maybe they change your propane tank, bolt back on your number plate, stuff like that. You know, household chores, bits and pieces like that. You're entitled to that because why the hell not? You exist, I guess. Now, this is 7 reasons we settle for less than we deserve in relationships. And you already know you got to have that beautiful font. We got the colored hair, we got 50 fonts in one, but let's crack into it. All right, this is what I know. Don't settle for 40, 50, or even 80%. A relationship, it shouldn't be too small or too tight, even a little scratchy. It shouldn't take up space in your closet out of guilty conscience or convenience or a moment of desire. Do you hear me? It should be perfect for you. It should be lasting. Wait for 100%. Some woman from some book, right? Guys, when we look at girls who do these particular TikToks, now I'm just going to quickly pull up this real quick so we can have a look at it again.
Women can have their
When
own
girls do
money.
these particular TikToks, what they're really saying is, I need an insurance policy. Okay, I need someone ready to go so that when I'm done having my fun, hell, even while I'm having my fun, it can't hurt to have someone pay my rent. So we're just going to quickly watch it again, guys, and we're gonna cover it together. So let's have a look real quick.
Assets and still desire a partner who provides. A provider is more of a mentality, has nothing to do with tax bracket or income, but everything to do with his character.
You guys see how manipulative this is, really? Because what she's doing is she's trying to tie in what she wants with good character. Right, so she wants to get free crap. She wants to get free attention, free resources, free validation. And what she's done here is she's tying it into character. You see that? So if you don't give these things, if you're not a provider, the implication there is that you're a person of bad character. Do you guys see how manipulative that is? Right? And particularly when you tell young boys this, right? So they come along and they want to say as if you're not providing for us, if you're not providing for me, you're a bad person. Do you guys see the level of entitlement on there? It's absolutely ridiculous. And you know what? This kind of crap is just being taught out the wazoo at the moment. It really is.
He provides because he wants to. He's not entitled to. His position fills him with pride and gives him a sense of duty.
Yeah, see, that's absolutely disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. So, guys, again, not only is a man to provide, it's a privilege to provide. So he's not entitled to provide for this person. It's something that she gets to decide. So she's the one accepting these things, and yet he's supposed to feel not entitled to give her free stuff. Isn't that interesting? So even basically, even if you're giving her free stuff, you're lucky to be doing so. Am I the only one that finds that just absolutely disgusting? I'm sure a lot of you guys in the comments, you're looking at this video and you're in agreement that this is absolutely ridiculous. Can you imagine if men walked into relationships with these kind of demands? I really wish men had higher demands. You see girls working at I think I mentioned this in a recent video, guys, where Better Bachelor talked about how he was working in a private establishment, so, shall we say, at one point in his life. And he was going over how the ladies would earn their money for the night and then end up giving it away to some guy who had nothing going on. You see? Like, it's just the dynamics and how this works is actually ridiculous. But guys, we're going to jump back into the article real quick here as I switch the screens, and we're going to have a bit more of a laugh because at the end of the day, it's just hilarious. Here are some of the reasons why people settle for relationships that just don't give them what they need. We've all been in the kind of relationship where friends and family members keep asking us why we stay with that guy or that woman. Yeah, see, they're extending this to that woman, right? Because they don't want to feel like they're the only gender doing this, right? Guys will put up with crap. Guys will put up with crap, and a lot of the time, the reason why guys do that is because it seems like there's no alternative, right? Most guys do not have options that girls have. So that's the guys will put up with bad behavior because of scarcity, which I wish wasn't the case, right? But guys will put up with bad behavior because oftentimes it's more hassle to get rid of her, or finding another girlfriend is a pain in the is a pain, all right? And that's the reason why guys kind of stay with terrible partners usually. Okay, the reason why girls stay with bad partners is because that's what they desire, guys. Like it really is. You give them if someone is watching this video getting triggered at what I'm saying here about girls desiring bad partnerships, I would encourage you to look up the trailer for what's it called? 50 Shades of Grey. That trailer is record breaking. It was like number one for a long period of time. The trailer for the movie for 50 Shades of Grey. Okay, and you watch that movie grossed so much, right? And you want to come back and you want to tell me that men and women don't operate differently insofar as attraction? You are out of your damn mind. You are out of your mind. Okay, but let's keep going with this. That partner we keep making excuses for. She's just friends with all of her ex-boyfriends. He only drinks like that because his friends make him. When she's jealous, it's because she loves me so much. He's not controlling, he's concerned about me. Choosing to stay only because you feel like you need someone. When you have to make those kinds of excuses for your partner, you're not getting what you need. But it's embarrassing to admit that, really. You stay because you feel like you need someone, anyone in your life, even if they're far less than who you deserve. Again, this deserve. But let's touch on this for a second here, right? When your partner disappoints you yet again, wait, sorry, up here. You feel like you need someone or anyone in your life. Please do not, if you're a guy and you've heard that before, of a girl, she's unable to find someone, she's struggling to find a relationship or whatever the hell, don't believe it. Girls have options. Even that girl who does not look the best with the multicolored hair, walking along at your local college campus, she has multiple men chasing her. Okay, if you wake up and you're a girl and you take a bath, guys, I mean, you have guys chasing you. It is what it is. So don't let this kind of excuse making fly, because it actually makes no sense. See, we as guys will hear stuff like this, and we'll be conditioned, and we'll kind of just believe it just because. We'll be like, oh yeah, that sounds fair enough. She can't find a guy. Well, I'm a good guy, right? And that's the extent to our thought. We were like, oh well, I'm a good guy. But the thing is, if she was looking for good guys, there's plenty of them around. Okay, but they're not a challenge. They're not interesting. They're not that guy that'll leave them red on red for 2 days just because, and then hit her up to come over at 2 a.m. on a Wednesday because he's bored, right? let's have a look past the deserve stuff. So you end up on on relationship autopilot, making excuses for unacceptable behaviors, ignoring the warning signs that you are in an unhealthy relationship. When your partner disappoints you yet again, you get angry, then you make another excuse, and then you stay. So this is the first reason that she's provided for this. And guys, the person who wrote this is like a practicing clinician, right? So I want you to keep that in mind. The person who has written this is a practicing clinician. I believe that's on the next page. We might have time to go and have a look at it. But I'm going to leave the link to this article in the description. So if you guys want to read over the absolute craziness that is this particular article, feel free to do so. Um, First one is denial. When we deny what we really need, who our partner really is, whether or not we are actually happy, we are lying to ourselves. Women, especially, are really good at this. We only see what we want to see and explain away the rest. The lies we tell ourselves and others begin to sound believable as we desperately try to convince everyone that we are happily in love. It becomes easier to deceive ourselves and face the truth. Guys, there is like girls will try and do this thing where they say that they love one thing, but their actions do another. You'll hear it all the time on this side of the internet. Don't believe what they say, guys. Watch what they do. If I remember, which I probably won't, but Alexander Grace did a video, I believe it's a few days ago, on a particularly damning study that I'd encourage you guys to go and watch the video of. If I remember, I'll probably link it in the top comment. But guys, when girls have bad experiences in relationships, that doesn't prevent them from having future bad experiences. They simply don't learn from the bad experiences. Oh, he cheated on me. Oh, he did this. He did that. All terrible. My relationship past is terrible. That kind of behavior, it doesn't get better for them. It truly doesn't. They actually continue to go out and seek out those kinds of relationships. But again, I'd encourage you to watch that a video by Alexander Grace and just look at the study that he talks about in it. I believe it's a very recent video, and I'll pin it in the comments if I remember. But let's go on to reason number two that they're settling for less than they deserve, guys. We believe we can somehow change our partner and make them the person we want and need them to be. We assume that no matter what their history, somehow they will behave differently from us. We cling to romantic notions of what love should feel like and look like and ignore our intuition when our reality doesn't align with our fantasy. Yeah, I mean, because what the hell is reality anyway, guys? Like, if you're being treated like crap, oh, he didn't mean it. He didn't, he was busy, right? Like, these girls, when they're attracted to someone, they will justify terrible behavior. That's what you should get from this article, guys. When a girl is attracted to a guy, she will put up with all sorts of crappy behavior. But you know what? When it's you, like, when it's the average guy, oh, no, no, no. She has all these boundaries, things to do. She has these tasks. Um, Hell, a laundry list of different tasks to do. And the more you do those tasks, the worse it actually gets, ironically enough. Shame. At the core of shame are deep feelings of inadequacy. We feel unworthy, unlovable, and disconnected from others. When we grow up being invalidated and misunderstood, we're already on the path to feeling we don't deserve much of anything. Yeah, see, don't believe this again as well. Right, okay, so let's just tackle this first. We feel unworthy, unlovable, and disconnected from others. Most girls feel that, to be honest with you. If you talk to a girl, and guys, there is a reason why the makeup industry is so insanely profitable, right? It's one of the biggest industries in the world, the makeup industry, because in general, girls don't like themselves. They truly don't. And one of the reasons for that, like, there's a whole bunch of reasons, but one of them is when they have their first relationships, they're typically attracted to, as they always are, people who make them feel like crap. Okay, they're attracted to the guy who doesn't give them the time of day, who is popular with other girls and that sort of thing. So he has options. In other words, he has wiggle room to treat her like crap. And she's actually attracted to that. And, when she goes, she chases that guy, maybe she'll lock down the first one for a little bit. He's going to treat her terribly. And then that's going to set the tone for the rest of her life where she feels these things. Right? So if this guy gives her an insecurity, she's going to carry that into the next relationship. Let me give you an example. So the first guy that she's with, he might say, "Oh, I like girls with long hair," and she'll sit there feeling inadequate because she has short hair. So she's always going to feel insecure about her short hair from that point onwards. And the degree to which she carries that on is the degree to which she was attracted to the guy. So what ends up happening is the insecurity just rolls throughout their life. because they think that, oh, well, I wasn't enough for this guy because of this way. I wasn't enough for this guy because of this. And then what happens is they want to get to the end. They want to get to 30 and 40 guys, and they want to say, um, well, I've accepted all of my flaws now, and so should you. But by this time, they have some serious flaws, overweight, problems with certain things that I can't say on YouTube, right? Like all of these different kind of things. And they want to say, just accept me as I am now, right? Ridiculous. And we're just going to blast through the rest of these guys here, okay? Low self esteem is often a result of shame, obviously. If we grow up in a family where our needs were not met, validated, or even acknowledged, often we end up feeling that, excuse me, what we need isn't important or that we're not worthy to get what we need. We end up sabotaging our relationships with controlling, rescuing, and or other people-pleasing behaviors. Um, Again, this self-esteem thing is really true, guys, but at the end of the day, this entire article is just trying to justify why they chase bad boys. That's really it. And you'll notice that none of it really comes down to accountability at the end of the day. Depending on how you look at it, right? Dependence. This doesn't mean we should depend on anyone. In fact, what we deserve is a healthy connection with a dependable partner. Wow, guys, imagine if men were deserving of that, like by default. Right? Wouldn't that be crazy, guys? Wouldn't it be crazy in your life if you had a healthy connection with a dependable partner? I mean, how many men can say that they have that? A very, very small fraction. And like this part, you could argue never truly exists, but that's a discussion for a whole nother time. But extreme dependence, I can't exist without a partner, is unhealthy. In essence, we cannot recognize our own wholeness and completeness. We get into relationships feeling like half a person. And then there's that Disney narrative rearing its head again, right? Because that's what men are told as well. Men are told you should get into a relationship to find your other half. Because the other gender is just the goal of your life, the be all end all, apparently. When we grow up in a family where our needs for nurturing, attachment, blah 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 is not met, yeah, 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 and then we got the classic Facebook single mother post right here with the font and the woman getting carried. Now, guys, I really want to get to this part. Okay, so we're just going to skip over the rest of the steps here, and I want to look at this before we wrap up. We're gonna wrap up with this. Okay, so this is particularly interesting. So this is the woman who has written the thing. Again, don't go and harass her or anything, guys. We're just leave her alone. We're just going to look at what is on here. Okay, so she is a psychotherapist, life coach, and certified recovery coach specializing in individual couples, family, and group psychotherapy, and maintains a private practice in California, as well as providing phone and Skype appointments with over 20 years' experience as a clinician and a graduate of USC specializing in addictions, relationships, codependency, trauma, parenting, divorce, and single parenting. She is currently serving as a private practitioner, working with a broad spectrum of clients. She is an author of the groundbreaking and award-winning book, The Law of Sobriety: Attracting Positive Energy with a Powerful Recovery. Guys, what's particularly, again, no hate towards this woman at all, but what's particularly concerning about this is, I mean, just read the title of this particular book, okay? The Law of Sobriety: Attracting Positive Energy for a Powerful Recovery. The translation is here. Going through a bunch of terrible relationships, aka bad boys, and then attracting a beta provider. That's literally what the title of the book is. Okay, so I find it very concerning. Guys will ask me on our Patreon, I'll get a bunch of different questions, right, about what should be done about certain problems in their life. And I, for one, guys, I think that therapy can work. And hear me out. I know I'm getting a lot of guys already just absolutely about to punch their monitors or their phone screens, right? I do not think that relationship therapy works. I think that is particularly bad for men because what ends up happening is you, as the man, just get a laundry list of things that you have to do. And you know what? The more you do them, the worse it gets. I think that's terrible. But if you're a guy and you're struggling, I think therapy is a good option. But one thing I will say, guys, is when you're getting a therapist, do not get a guy who's older than you. Excuse me. Please get a guy who's older than you that has some life experience and stuff. Because I just want you to imagine this article written here. I want you to imagine that you're a guy, you're struggling with life, and you go to therapy, and you're paired with someone who has written this article. And I want you to think about how much utility that advice is actually going to have in your life. Really. Because what kind of advice are you going to get? You're going to get provider advice, guys. You're going to get advice like the beginning, the TikTok that I showed you, right? Be a good man, do all of these things, come and fix her life, because why the hell not? That's just your duty for some reason, I guess. Like, it's just your duty as a man to fix other people's problems, I suppose. Guys, at the end of the day, you should be looking out for yourselves first. But gentlemen, we're going to leave the video there. As always, thoughts and comments below. If you disagree with anything I've said, feel free to do so in the comments, guys. That's why they're there. Drop a subscribe if you're new or if you enjoyed the video. And as always, guys, if you'd like to support the channel, be sure to check out the Patreon link in the description. It's a fantastic way to get a bit more out of the channel, and your support is definitely appreciated. And the link for that is in the description. I'll try to remember to put the link to the Alexander video in the description so that you guys can go and watch that. And as always, guys, take care, and I will see you boys in the next one. Peace.